Today we finish up our conversation with Coach Marcy. Marcy's going to share a little bit about how she uses team rules and regulations to better manage her team.
I think one of the funniest things I started thinking about when it was my turn to write my own rules book was what are some of the influences that I've had in my past, and I wanted to pull from those things because I've had some really great, unique coaching opportunities, and actually as a player, even from my team sports and also golf, from different coaches, what their rules were. And I started writing, and I said, that's not me, that's not my personality. And the best I could do was had one big page with huge 48-inch font or whatever that said, "Do right." And that was my rules book, my first experience as a coach. And I'm so proud of it, and I'm showing it off to all the coaches in the department. I said, this is my rule, this is my team rule, this is what I'm gonna live by. And what I really grew to understand was I knew what do right was. I personally knew what that was. That was a personal value to me. But how was I gonna get a team of 8, 10, 12 girls to understand what do right was? And that's when I realized that, okay, do right, my definition is not the same as yours. And through those trials and disciplinary actions that we had to take, unfortunately, and just learning who I was as a coach and what was important to me is helped to elevate where my rules book is now. And what I feel like you really got to do is take the things that are important to you, your philosophies, your values, and then kind of put the words behind it. I think a lot's changed with the players that we're getting in, the expectations they have of you as a coach, the expectations they have as far as their playing experience, and then also your expectations of them. I really feel like there's a lot of other resources out there that they're getting their hands on. When I was writing my rules book or my rules page about do right, I never once thought about cell phones and texting and Facebook and some of the other pressures that they deal with on a daily basis. But some of those things, it's an ongoing process. Rules books, they evolve. And what I've really found that I like the most now is integrating rules into expectations, and that kind of creates our team culture, is the expectations behind those rules. But as much as a lot of people don't like to admit it, rules books are there as for the public to perceive how you are as a coach. When your teams are following the rules that you have in place based off of your values and your philosophies, and the public sees them following those rules in a good manner, the public perceives you as a coach that has their head on their shoulders, has high moral standards, one that demands respect and gets the respect. So I think that the perceptions behind the rule book are really important. So my thought behind the rules book is that you have the rules that lead right on into the team expectations that help with the team culture, and then those become habits, and then all of a sudden you're following the rules and you're meeting your expectations, and it's easy, and that becomes your team, and that's what the teams coming in generation after generation, that's what they see.
Once again, we thank you for joining us for this episode of The Real Women of Coaching, part of the Women's Coaching Network. Join us next time as we speak with Andrea Williams of the United States Air Force Academy.